What's up guys, today I explain you Hunter x Hunter 17 most devastating deaths in the anime, ranked, and don't forget to like this video, subscribe this channel, because we are close to hit the 1200 followers and now have fun with the video. Hunter x Hunter is an exciting and impressive adventure fantasy anime that delves deep into the worlds of hunting, assassination, and the supernatural. Death is a common theme in the anime, and it often serves as a catalyst for the story's protagonist and antagonist. There are a lot of deaths in the anime, but some of them hit closer to home and leave viewers, as well as characters feeling crushed and heartbroken. Deaths in Hunter x Hunter are not for the faint of heart, as they often surprise viewers and leave them reeling from the sudden loss of beloved heroes and antagonists as well as defenseless bystanders. In particular, the deaths of various characters have left a taste that fans have been unable to forget even after many years. Some deaths like that of Miriam and Komugi were emotionally stirring, while others like that of Pakal, Kurt, and Reina were simply uncomfortable for many to watch. When discussing deaths in the Hunter x Hunter anime series, hardly ever are the deaths bland, but some are certainly more devastating than others. During the Chimera Ant arc, when the Phantom Troop confronted Zazen in Meteor City, a showdown between Pike and Shizuoka occurred. The battle in itself was fought with more intelligence than sheer power. However, Shizuku proved to be not only intelligent but horrifying. As a spider-like Chimera Ant officer, Pike's ability to create webs puts Shizuku in a bad spot. However, the Phantom Troop member managed to give Pike 29 wounds and then sucked out blood from them all using her conjured vacuum cleaner, Blinky. As Pike was unable to cover all his wounds at once, blood continually flowed out of him until he turned into nothing but a dried-up corpse. His death in itself seemed more numb than painful. However, getting turned into a mummy in real time is undeniably terrifying. With how Cheetu and Morel's battle progressed, fans expected none to come out on top as they were unable to do anything to the other. However, Morel won simply by surviving after their last battle, which ended in a draw. Cheetu sped off to get another ability from Shapoof. However, on reaching Morel, he was unable to access him and decided to use Zeno Zoldyck as a warm-up. Zeno tried talking to him, but Cheetu was uninterested in what Zeno had to say and only focused on battling Zeno. Before the battle even had a chance to begin, Silva Zoldyck appeared from the sky, crushing Cheetu's body in one fell swoop. For all he had done and planned, the Chimera Ant died unaware of the cause of his death like an insignificant creature. Truly an eye-opener. The different categories of Nen users in the Hunter x Hunter anime series always seem to practice based on their Nen category and never seem to explore other categories. Well, all characters except Castro, who died as a result of using both conjuration and manipulation abilities despite being an enhancer. In his rematch against Hisoka at Heaven's Arena, Castro held the upper hand for a while, but by the time Hisoka figured out how his doppelganger trick worked, the match was over. Hisoka simply got Castro into a space where he was unable to use his doppelganger to attack and killed him with cards. Ordinarily, this would be an attack Castro would be capable of blocking with Nen, but by learning to conjure and manipulate Nen techniques rather than enhancers, he overloaded his memory and forgot how to do the basics with Nen. Poof was undoubtedly the royal guard who loved the king the most. However, his excessive love turned into one that fit his ideals of a king and a dominator, and not the love-stricken King Meruem turned out to be. Poof's death was not grand. It was from the poison spread by the miniature rose. In a crowd of humans, Poof silently passed after getting mentally broken by Meruem's words, who wanted and accepted Komugi, as well as allowed Welfin to live. With this, the king took on a roundabout turn from who Poof wanted him to be, making him Poof feel like a failure of a royal guard. The Chimera Ant Queen gave birth to many powerful Chimera Ants. The stronger Chimera Ants became squadron leaders who went their separate ways after the Chimera Ant Queen died. One of the more powerful squadron leaders, Zazen, went to Meteor City to form her colony. There, she encountered members of the Phantom Troop who got to Meteor City shortly after she established her colony. Of the Phantom Troop members, Zazen only faced Phaidon. However, he proved to be more than enough as he incinerated her with his abilities Pain Packer and Rising Sun, despite her undergoing a mutation that caused her to grow even stronger than she already was. Unlike many other characters whose deaths greatly impacted the series, Jonas's death had little significance as he was only a minor character. However, his death was more gruesome than many others. As a character, Jonas was convicted of having killed over 146 people, with each of his victims having a body that was torn into at least 50 pieces. With these numbers, Jonas was sentenced to prison for over 900 years and had to face Killua in the trick tower of the 287th Hunter exam. Although relatively strong, Jonas was a mere amateur who had his heart plucked out by Killua before he could do anything. Kurapika is one of the main characters in the Hunter x Hunter anime series. As fans know, Kurapika's primary aim in the series is to avenge his fallen clan members, the members of the Kurta clan whose scarlet eyes were plucked out. While the annihilation of the Kurta clan is off-screen and before the start of the series, the description of how they were hunted, massacred, and had their eyes plucked out is gruesome, to say the least. The annihilation of the Kurta clan shows fans how the Phantom Troop operates only to satisfy their desires, and just how capable of spreading devastation they are. Uvijin was a member of the Phantom Troop and a nasty killer. He loved killing others and found it addictive, especially when he got to kill individuals who sought him for revenge or to avenge their comrades. As the most physically able of the Phantom Troop, not many thought Uvijin would be easily killed, but to avenge his fallen clan, Kurapika killed him. Before Kurapika and Uvijin began their battle, Uvijin told Kurapika to pick a location as he was overconfident in his abilities. However, with determination fueling his resolve, Kurapika quickly defeated Uvijin, killing him by having his judgment chain completely crush his heart. After his death, the remnants of the Phantom Troop were so enraged that they began a massacre for their comrade. But even so, the beginning of Kurapika's revenge was ecstatic to fans and devastating to the Phantom Troop. The Hunter x Hunter has always been darker than many others. However, the Chimera Ant arc explored dark themes that left many stunned, and the sad and depressing deaths of Kurt and Raina prove it. Shortly after the beginning of the Chimera Ant arc, Kurt, a young child, was seen protecting his little sister from a Chimera Ant, even while crying. Unfortunately, Hunter x Hunter didn't spare children, and they were taken to the Chimera Ant Queen, who was seen eating them in a disturbing sight. Moreover, even after the Chimera Ants began recovering memories of their past lives, Kurt, who was turned into coal, an ant who played a prominent role in the extermination of his species, never reunited with his sister. Of the many deaths in the Hunter x Hunter anime, Pakle's demise is without a doubt one of the most uncomfortable. Pakle was not a particularly skilled hunter in comparison to the likes of Gon and Kite. However, his ability to sense that he was truly in danger helped him many times. However, after he got caught by the Chimera Ants, Pakle's end was destined to be a gruesome one. Instead of outright killing him, Neferpitou toyed with Pakle's brain to discover many facts about hunters, and then, by using her antennas, Neferpitou experimented on Pakle's brain while he was alive, effectively breaking him. As Pakle lost all sense of himself, Neferpitou would experiment on his brain, triggering various sensations in the part of the brain that stored memories, a truly distasteful sight. The loss of Pecunita, a founding member of the Phantom Troop, sets in motion a chain reaction of tragedy. By revealing Kurapika's true identity to the Phantom Troop at the cost of her own life, she sets in motion the events that would eventually take place between the two parties. As the lieutenant of a significant antagonist, many viewers were surprised that Pecunita was killed off without some sort of catastrophic showdown. Kurapika used his judgment chains to bind her to the agreement he made with her after she traded him Gon and Killua for Krallo, the leader of the troop. In the end, Pecunita discloses Kurapika's true identity to the Phantom Troop and sacrifices her own life to ensure the troop's survival, a decision that many of the troop's members lament as tragic due to the profound loss they feel. During the first Hunter exam, Ponzu was initially introduced to the Hunter x Hunter fandom. She then disappeared until her appearance in the Chimera Ant arc, after which she gained some notoriety. Although Ponzu wasn't a fan favorite, her brutal demise revealed a darker aspect of Hunter x Hunter to the series audience. Upon learning of the Chimera Ant infestation, Ponzu sent her beast to locate the nearest hunter with a potent aura, who turned out to be Kite. She was shot numerous times after she was already dead as she fled toward the border, and then a Chimera Ant devoured her. Her demise sends a clear message to viewers about the severity of death in the show. Godo, the Zoldyck family's mysterious and threatening butler, was a devoted guardian of the illustrious family of assassins who placed a priority on personal safety. Despite his seemingly unfeeling demeanor, he treated Killua like a son and was a tremendous help to him, Goto and Hisoka get into a battle after Hisoka is dispatched after Killua to recover Luca during the 13th chairman election storyline. Goto succumbs to Hisoka's attacks quickly, with little resistance. His demise serves as a sobering reminder to viewers that even the most adored characters in the Hunter x Hunter anime series are not immune to the series' ruthless fate distribution system. Fans of the program will never forget the passing of Neferpitou, the royal guard of the malevolent Chimera Ant King. Neferpitou had proven to be an extremely dangerous foe for the show's various protagonists thanks to her steadfast devotion to her master and her devastatingly potent talents. The death of Neferpitou exposed how drastically different and bleak Gon had become. Gon's usual sunny disposition had given way to something darker after Kite's death, and the brutality with which he killed Neferpitou was indicative of this. Fans are further reminded by Neferpitou's death how harsh the Hunter x Hunter world can be, and how Gon's inability to deal with pain brought him to the brink of death. Due to its insightful depiction of the dynamic between good and evil, the Chimera Ant arc of the Hunter x Hunter anime series is often considered to be the greatest arc of the series. Meruem, the story arc's major antagonist, was originally a vile and haughty genius who held himself above the rest of society. Meruem used to consider people just as a source of food until she met Komugi, a human girl. Fans were devastated at Meruem's death, despite his role as a significant antagonist throughout the series. Meruem died in Komugi's arms, and she assured him that they would be together again soon. Fans were devastated by the loss of the Chimera Ant King, Meruem, because of his sweet and sympathetic relationship with Komugi. Even though he was a true villain, when he passed away, he became a popular favorite. In the anime series Hunter x Hunter, when the charismatic leader of the Hunter Association died, it had a tremendous effect on the characters and the audience. Netero represented strength and hope for the show's protagonists with his exceptional fighting skills and dogged perseverance. When his fight with the monstrous Chimera Ant King finally ended, it sent shockwaves through the entire series and may never be repaired. In addition to being the end of one of the most significant characters in the series, Netero's passing also marked the end of a legend whose passing will forever alter the way viewers think about the show. Kite's death in the Hunter x Hunter series is especially tragic for several reasons due to the character's pivotal position in Gon's life. The tragic death of Kite not only shocks and saddens the audience but also serves as a driving force in Gon's personal growth and establishes the series' overall tone. Both Kite's prominence in the series and the cruel, unrelenting nature of the circumstances preceding his death make them striking. Kite's murder is one of the most emotionally heartbreaking moments in Hunter x Hunter for many reasons, including the unpredictable and powerful Neferpitou who killed him and the gruesome and frightening images